Wait.
Oh.
Nothing to see here.
Special fuck you, though, to the Sharab. Fuck you, fucking Abdullah.
All right, hey, we're back. I know everyone's real happy to see us. You know, okay. I get it. All right. And today is Saturday, June 17th, 2023. This is Sheriff Bishop's show 705. And I am Joe, the host, Joe D. And we got Mark and Bum with us today, man. How you guys doing, brothers?
Good.
Okay.
Doing well.
All right. It's good to hear. Oh, hell, we got Hans in the house. Look at that. He's busy getting the barbecue smoker to smoke again. Yeah. So, now, someone was accusing Mark of being late again.
Yeah, it's the black guy's late. I was on time. I don't know.
So
I was on time. You gotta blame the white guy over there. The white guy over there. He's the one. He's the troublemaker.
Vega, you know us white guys. We are on time, very punctual. And you know, black guys holding us back as usual. I mean, as usual, we try. That's all we can do.
Yeah,
but
you know.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Nary.
Okay, that's it. We're putting a link in here right now.
No, he's going to bed.
He's wasted.
Going to bed.
Oh, come on. Don't wuss out.
Drink a bunch of beer, eat a bunch of tuna pizza, and go to bed. I tell you, what a life.
Yeah. Hey, you got a few more beers underneath the floorboards of the house there. I'm sure you can pull out and some tuna pizza in the backyard.
Yeah.
Come on. No charge.
I can tell the King of Smoke is wasted just based on how he spelled wasted.
Wasted, yeah.
Well, I think it translates from, his native language in Russia. That's the accent did I always give to the King of Smoke. Do I still have his? I think I do still have his.
You should have it.
Yeah.
Special fuck you shout out to Joe D and the rest of his craft beer cunts. Just notice he's fucking talking shit about the malt liquor drinkers on YouTube. Fuck you, Joe D. You fat piece of shit.
We haven't done this in a long time.
No.
I'm the King of Smoke. There is none higher. Sucker beer geeks should call me sire.
Royalties are rolling in now.
Juice fire. I won't stop smoking until I retire. Now I rock the party. Come correct. Smoke is on time and the beers connect. Got the right to smoke and will elect. And others can't stand me, but give you respect.
That's right. Got to give lots of respect. So there is the King of Smoke, man. Yeah, see, Tom says too, we need an appearance from King of Smoke. Yeah, he's due.
Yeah.
But that's how big a celebrity the King of Smoke is here, that he has his own walk-up song here, produced by a very, very famous MC that we're just very lucky to get the rights to that one here exclusively, actually. MC Pencilneck. MC Pencilneck. That's, I don't know, one of the few recordings that they're rare. They're not out there. We're very full. We paid huge royalties to get those. Exclusively here on SAB, that's for sure. SABS, SABs, SABs. That sounds like something you need a vaccine for, doesn't it?
Yeah, just go to the clinic. You'll be fine.
It's almost like SARS, SARS, SAB.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, which could be considered some sort of a special force, right? Some kind of special, the SABs. We're gonna get the SABs after them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we had a little chit chat there. Oh, first of all, what are you drinking, Mark? Let's get into that. Let's talk about the beers.
Okay. All right. Well, first I want to give some tips for any of you that are homeowners. If you hire like somebody to remodel or repair your home or something like that, you always want to make sure that you hire a sober carpenter.
I don't think there's too many sober carpenters right now in Pocatello, Idaho right now.
No, probably not. But it's the perfect tie-in because I am the black guy. I have the black IPA, limited edition.
Yes, you are
NA black IPA.
Yeah, you are what you drink there.
A non-alcohol black IPA. That's
yep.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Now, now that I've actually had a craft non-alcoholic, I know what you guys are talking about now, and I'll be interested to see if this kind of follows in that same suit.
Which one did you have? That was the show I was gone.
Oh man, yeah. Which one was it?
Mm.
I would get it.
This one I'm not going to remember.
Yeah.
It's got that super roasty, but kind of hoppy aroma, like a good black.
It was given to me, so I didn't. It was given to me, so I didn't buy it. So trying to remember the name.
This is really good. It's really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it how? Okay. I know you're only a few sips in, but how would it rank in with the other? So how far up the list? How would this be in the top 5 of non-alcoholics for you? Where would this rank?
This one, if you match it to the style in a regular beer that it's trying to emulate, which is black IPA, and you think of a black IPA as really roasty, hoppy, and then dry, not necessarily sweet, but kind of dry and roasty. This is up there. So yeah, I would. Yeah, very, 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 very good. Now they are out of Canada. I don't know where in Canada, but it says product of Canada.
Is there an apology on the can? Or?
Yeah.
Sorry, Canada.
Yeah. I mean, so this was their limited edition. Pretty good stuff. 16-ounce can.
It's a cool label. That's for sure.
Yeah. Very cool. So yeah, it's good. It's tasty. So I've been really surprised by the quality of the non-alcoholic.
Tom, you get out there as well. Is there do you feel like is there an active demand for non-alcoholics? There's more and more and more of them, but are there people that you see just hear and all that are like
I really don't see many people buying them, but I can see where the market's going to be because some people don't want to drink. Some people just don't want to drink anymore, and they still want to feel like they still can drink or be a part of the people that do drink. Yeah. Maybe that's a big market.
What do you think? Any thoughts, Bum, on this? Or
that's good.
I don't know. These things, as we know, there's always phases and eras and fads, and this could just be one of them. I don't know. The whole light beer thing decades ago,
Mm-hmm.
Who would have ever thought
actually
that would have caught on, and it's coming up on 50 years old now. Yeah. I guess they just figure maybe there's an untapped market for
I see more and more people picking them up. I mean, our local beer store has 2 or 3 brands, and then the Total Wine that we go to has a pretty good selection. They've got 2 4-foot sections dedicated to NA beers.
Yeah, there's more and more breweries every time I walk into a place.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Most
Even
certainly.
a lot
Yeah.
of locals. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of local breweries that do around
and
here.
if you haven't tried one in the last 4 or 5 years, it's completely different from when we did the NA beers. When it was 6 or 7 years, it just tasted like it was crappy beer to begin with. Then you take the alcohol out, and it's even worse.
Yeah, like old duels, right?
Yeah. So,
The fire alarms going off.
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, flavored, the well-brewed NAs are, I'd say 95% of what you get out of the alcohol version.
Because because it feels like to me. Now it's not remotely close, but you do see them, and it feels like that. What do you call it? Near meat or non-meat, or like
impossible or whatever.
Impossible.
No. There's no comparison. That's all made in a lab. This is actual beer that they brew, and they just take the alcohol out. So I don't know, but yeah,
it's kind of like a lab almost.
It is kind of. I mean, they do a lot of. They do have their. The bigger a brewery gets, they have to have at some point a scientist, right? Even if they don't have their own in-house one, they send it out to one. You kind of have to these days to have your beer tested to make sure that it's on point. That it's hitting particular levels.
Especially when you expand. If you expand and you're making things on larger capacity,
right?
You need to make sure you're not throwing it all out,
right? Because you're dealing with organic, products.
Yeah,
aren't the same. I mean, you're getting them from all over, even if they're grown in the same field by the same farm. They're not the same. Different time of the year.
I mean, I look at the ingredients: malts, 2-row, carafa, chocolate, and dextrin. Okay, so the basic, malts that you would see in a beer, and then the hops are Amarillo, Magnum, and Mosaic.
So are they just doing a boil and not fermenting?
No, they're fermented, and then they do something after the fermentation process. No, they are fermented, and they remove the alcohol after. So I don't know if it's probably filtered. They probably have some sort of filter, I would imagine. Although we get some of these hazy IPAs. I mean, they are hazy. I mean, they're just like a hazy IPA, but without. So I don't know, but they do something. But it is brewed, and then the alcohol is removed. So yeah.
Is the body quite thin? Would you say?
No, it's not.
No,
really?
No.
That's surprising.
No,
they're getting better at this. Is what I'm.
Yeah. No, I've had NA stouts that you can't tell the difference. I mean, from a mouthfeel and flavor, you can't tell the difference. Yeah.
So I wonder how long before we get a barrel-aged NA.
Oh, I'm sure somebody will do it. Yeah.
There might be someone that are ready to do it out there.
And how you get that done? Because in order, it would have to almost be a fresh barrel.
Oh, that's true. You have to be oak barrel, the straight oak.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how an barrel-aged NA beer would get done and how complicated. You know how deep and complicated these beers can get, and we expect to be able to hold on to that beer and age it for at least 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it can't. They're getting there, man. They're getting there. And I have no doubt they'll be there. They'll be there at some point. They'll figure it out.
I mean, the market had to be there in order for them to invest to make it. It's a more expensive process to make a good quality NA beer. So the market had to be there for it, and I think it is now, at least for the brewers that are doing it. It's like I said, 95% of what you would get with the beer as far as flavor and everything. I mean, so it's close, really, really close.
I'm glad to see that you pick some up and give us a peek into.
Oh, Nemo, yeah, Bravus Gravitas 4 was the beer. It is actually, I've got a couple Bravas beers, Nemo. Actually,
so that's that.
There you go. This is an NA beer after your heart.
Wow, hold on.
Peanut butter bar.
Oh, wow.
And that's an NA beer.
NA, yep.
But that's not one of the barrel age, right?
No. But it is a rich and decadent brew, and this was part of a mix pack, so we haven't had one of these yet. Maybe I'll have it next. It's like having a peanut butter cup in a can.
Nice.
Okay, so, but he's saying that the Bravas.
Yeah, they might have done one. I could see it. Yeah.
Now, Nemo, if you could let us know what that was like, if you had it. I'm curious because
we should do another show of non-alcoholic beer. I mean,
nah.
or
We're not there yet.
Just have one and sneak.
Yeah,
one
I was going to say we could all have
beer.
one and then move on to regular beer.
Yeah. No, I like the way it's going now. Like, it's the Share a Beer show. So if you happen to jump on here and your heart wants to bring NA beer, bring NA beer.
That's true.
It's the Share a Beer show. NA beer is beer, and if you bring, like Mark, I started out with him, and he had NA beer. I'm not going to do that any different. I'm not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? We have in the past, and so if we start doing styles, then perhaps we'll do that. But we still kind of group it all together, don't we? Like if we say, hey, we're going to have triple IPAs. If you were to bring a non-alcoholic triple IPA, that'd be up to you, wouldn't it? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out of my way to make an NA.
You seem pretty passionate about this, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Because in the same manner, unless we were doing styles, like I might have. IPAs or triple IPAs or stouts or browns. And within that, we might do light beers. So then we would have, I think we're getting to a point where we might have a harder time finding just as many craft light beers as you do NA beers. I think you could find, I feel like that's where NA beers are at right now. That you could find more NA beers than you could craft light beers.
Yeah.
Right? Probably.
100%.
Yeah.
As high a demand as there are, I feel like there are more people, watching their calories, watching their carbs, watching this and that are more conscious of the calories and the carbs in beer. And so thus your big boys are just taking off with a rocket with light beer.
And then you got seltzer water also.
And seltzer waters.
Crazy. Yeah.
Hop waters were a little thing for a while, but in any case, and you don't see craft beer making light beers. So I wonder they're going.
And that's because craft beer is usually flavorful, and most light beers don't have much flavor. And let's be honest. I mean, really.
Okay.
If given the choice between light beer and a good NA beer from a flavor standpoint, I drink this any day over light beer.
Okay, yeah, and
from a flavor
standpoint, you're probably the same way. By the time you get down, okay, we're going to get craft beer, right? And at all our craft breweries, they have at least, if not multiples, they have at least one craft lager that they make that's cheaper by a mile than all the rest of their freaking $15 or $20 stuff.
And they always have it.
And they always have
it.
And do you buy it? You know what I'm saying? you just don't buy it.
Because when you go, you're there for like a field trip for your mouth. I want to taste all these different kinds of beers.
That's craft beer's appeal was
Yeah.
actual flavor and stuff beyond just fizzy yellow water with alcohol in it. I mean, that was what craft beer, that's what it is. And it still is. So,
yeah, I could, this Miller Lite that I bought in a 30 pack was roughly 52 cents a can, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Joe, but that's probably why they make these craft beer, breweries don't make light beers, because
people don't go to craft beer breweries to have light
really
tasting, flavorless beers.
Yeah. I cannot. Now it'll be cheaper than all their other beer.
Yeah, because there's less ingredients.
Far more expensive than this, and I'll be damned if I'm going to pay that kind of premium for something that's just marginally better, right, Bum? Then I mean, you go to bars. How often do you buy a craft lager?
I'll occasionally sample one from a brewery, but it's certainly not something I would buy on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm at a brewery and they have like a lager, I'll be like, all right, I'll see how well they do this style that I generally don't care for. But we'll see if it's in good hands. If it's in good hands, I might enjoy it. But yeah,
I'm so pissed about this band. I'm so pissed. I'm gonna quit the show right now. That's it. See you guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah, Mueller has to chime in too. Jody wants to make the show about him and his bad grammar.
Yep.
These guys are something else.
Hey, we invite Mueller to jump in with an opinion anytime he wants. There's a link in the chat. Let's talk about it. YouTube, Mr. Bandwidth, sir. If you want to click the link and jump in, feel free. We will. You've been on the show long enough. Everybody here in the chat and in the room here has. You click the link, you're going to have the floor for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if Mueller's camera can connect with us from Mexico.
Yeah, well, my sister literally just got back from Mexico yesterday, so they've got internet.
You might have to pay per a minute.
Yeah, internet manages to make it over the wall.
Mueller says, I already opined on your barbecue. Speaking of bad grammar, I think there might be an extra letter in there.
Exactly. Right. I don't think all the letters make it over the wall is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would crash the internet. Yeah. Yeah, Jody uses this show to practice his white voice. Yeah. Oh God, they're all coming out now, aren't they? So, we had a discussion a little while ago about personal things and annoyances and things that kind of bug us. And Bum had a good one. You want to care to share that with us again, there, Bum?
I don't know. In other parts of the country, how as far as toll roads go, how many people have to deal with driving toll roads, and if so, how what level of automation it's at now as far as ticketing and how you pay and stuff. In Pennsylvania, in other states, they have Easy Pass. They give you a little transponder you put above your rear view mirror, and they have everything set up so it reads your transponder. And if you don't have Easy Pass, it'll take a picture of your license plate and then they bill you and you pay by mail. But no, in Pennsylvania, there's no more toll stops anymore. You don't have to stop to get a ticket. You don't have to stop to pay. You never come to a stop in Pennsylvania. My gripe is just when you get to Ohio and points west, They still have the old-fashioned toll booths that where the gate comes down in front of you, even if you have Easy Pass, and the gate doesn't go up until you get about 6 inches from the thing. Then it reads your transponder and it goes up. And you still, because of this, you still have to wait in a mile-long line sometimes. That's my main gripe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what happened?
These places, they have, for people who don't have Easy Pass or whatever they call it in your state, they have lanes where you can go and manually get a ticket and then pay it, at the end of your journey. And they also have lanes marked Easy Pass and ticket. So if that lane's empty, you can go through there if you have Easy Pass, but if there's a line, you don't want to get there because you're going to be behind people stopping for tickets. 2 times on my trip I made last week, I was in the Easy Pass only lane, which other than the gate coming down should be a non-stop trip through that lane. And twice on my journey in 2 different states in the Easy Pass only lane, I was stuck behind somebody who chose the wrong lane and had to have somebody from another booth jump over a couple booths and manually hand them a ticket because they were just too stupid to read the signs. I was feeling pretty homicidal right at that point.
Mueller says, like bum has anywhere to go, now complaining about having to wait 5 minutes.
I did have somewhere to go that day.
Yeah.
A lot of days I don't. That day I did.
That day in that moment, he had somewhere to be, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, stop it. Stop.
Yeah.
Right? And like bum, I feel bum's pain actually in that moment. Stupid people that can't read stupid signs. I still don't get it. In Arizona, we have people that go the wrong way what feels like daily. There
my God.
that say, you know what? You're going the wrong way.
It must be the heat out there. It must be the heat.
I don't know what it is. But, people do stupid things all the time. Now, with that in mind, now that I mentioned it, because I'm the one that mentioned it, it's my segue. Hello. So, in Arizona, I was just reminded this a week ago that we have the stupid driver law, right? Isn't this a beautiful law? Like the lawmakers got it right here for once. Politicians actually did something right. So, like if you do something so stupid and the fire department has to come rescue you because, I don't know, the road's closed because there's, I don't know, a raging river going through it, and you decide, oh, you know what? I'm good. I got this 4-wheel drive. I can go through it. And you end up going down river with your 4-wheel drive and they got to rescue your dumbass. You get a stupid driver ticket.
I love it. I love it.
And you get billed for the expense.
And you get billed for the expense of the fire department. How about a round
No
of
way.
For our local politicians?
Yeah.
And the beauty of that law, the beauty of it is, you know what? That's not a one-time deal. Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Think about your mom. Think about your dad, right? If you were a kid, you yourself, and you knew that your dad got a stupid driver ticket, he's an idiot for life, right? You don't want to hear anything that he has to say to you because you're like, no, because you were an idiot. Literally.
Certified.
Literally, it's a scarlet letter you got to wear for life because you got a stupid, it's confirmed, here's your sign, you're an idiot. Right, Tom? Right? Like you're wearing that letter forever. right? With people that know you and love you and care about you the most, the ones that aren't going to forget, they're like, oh, no. And they're going to remind you at the most convenient times for them, right? Anytime you're like, oh, no, I really don't think that, boy, that was dumb. Did you ever? And you're like, oh, wait, whoa. What's that French saying that, whoa, my boom, my or I don't know. I forget the name. But it's like,
what was that, Joe? Say that again.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's all I know in French. That's all I know. Baguette, croissant. That's all I know.
Oh, oui.
Oui. Yeah. But that would be freaking awesome, wouldn't it? Just for someone to get that. Here's your stupid driver ticket.
You can't fight it. Right?
No,
you can't go to court and fight that.
No, you know why? Because you're the one all wet. You just got out of the damn river. And you know what? Go drive home. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't? You know why? Because your goddamn truck's down the river. That's why.
I can imagine the cost. What is it? Probably like $5,000 to $10,000, right? The ticket.
It's not cheap. Yeah.
Well, the expense to have the fire department and the EMTs by themselves. I can imagine that's not cheap.
Wait. Joe's cousins think he's an Uncle Teen Wolf?
Oh, I think he's an Uncle Tom. Uncle Teen Wolf.
What is that? Je ne
sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Oh, je ne sais quoi. Oh.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. That phrase, is that what
yeah, it's
Je ne sais quoi.
French talk the best loogies of all time.
Yeah, I was reminded that they passed that law here, and I was like, oh, that's just the best. Like they should, on the news every Friday they should post, the weekly stupid drivers,
and
right?
Give their full names.
Yeah. Just this week's stupid drivers, just to make myself feel better about myself. To give me some sort of validation for all the idiots that I have to deal with on the highways every day, right? Like the other day. Well, not the other day because I'm kind of hurt off work right now for the time being. I'll be back at work soon. But a week or so ago, okay, when I was driving my big truck, I'm driving my Mack truck, minding my own business, and all of a sudden next to me, there's some dude in a freaking contractor's truck, right, with a ladder on it, and I have the window down, right, so I can hear like all this racket, and I look over, he's directly next to me, right, and I'm looking down at him because I'm in my big truck. And the freaking ladder comes off his truck like a regular freaking ladder that you extend, contractors use to get on your roof or something. The whole freaking ladder. And I'm like, damn. And I'm in the slow lane. So I swerve to the shoulder because I could just see the ladder like coming under my truck and like doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? It just comes off. Right?
Yeah.
That was a freaking nightmare, man. And I heard it all, you know what I'm saying? Because I had the window down. I'm like, what the? Ah! You know what I'm saying? And like, oh.
There was a guy, I think a couple of weeks ago for us, we were driving on the highway, and he same thing. He dropped 2 ladders on the road on the highway, and he forgot the second one. He thought he got all of them, and you see him walking back to his truck, and there was still one on the highway. I was like, what the fuck? Someone's gonna get hurt.
You see so many ladders, furniture.
Yeah.
It's nuts. You're like, I swear to God, that was a lazy boy in the second lane.
Yeah.
You know?
They should have got delivery, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, and so now the big neon signs or whatever, the big traffic signs that they have telling you different messages as you're going down the road. They have one a week that's telling you to secure your load because freaking people just don't. Now the cops not only pull over big trucks, but they pull over contractors now too, man, because there's just too many. There's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that it's obvious that wasn't on a big truck, that was on a regular contractor's truck, pickup, mind you, that fell off. It's just obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they lose a whole roll of carpet. You're like,
sometimes you get those pickers that like they'll have a shitty truck and they'll just put a mountain of stuff on the back of their truck. And you're like, why?
You drive down the highway
like the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
And none of it's secured. It's just all like crammed in there.
Yeah. Oh, they have like one strap, and they're like, all right, it's fine.
I took this picture years ago now, but I was, coming back from when I used to go to SoCal every night. And that morning, I had seen a guy, and he just had a mattress on the hood of his Nissan, and he's just holding it with his hand out the window.
Oh man!
With his hand, a whole full-size mattress. What are you nuts? What are you nuts? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. So I took just past the Hell's Angel. Going 90 on it. Yeah,
I've seen them do that. Not personally, but in all the great Hell's Angels movies.
That made that's another pet peeve. But the things that people do around big trucks are insane.
Yeah.
People do their stupid bike stunts around me, and I don't know why. I'm there minding my own business. I will have to take like trips on I-10 that might be a half hour or 40 minutes or maybe even an hour. Sometimes I'll go up to Prescott. So I'm going up to, up the I-17. I'm minding my own damn business. In other words, you know what I'm saying? And they'll just come up by me. I don't know what makes people do this around trucks and start doing that. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Don't involve me in your stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to fall off that bike. I'm going to have to run over your head, pop it like a pimple, and now I'm involved. You know what I'm saying? Come on. If you're going to fall off your bike and hit your head and die, then just, keep it to yourself, would you?
Yeah.
Don't get me involved. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Then if you hit his bike, you might end up rolling over and...
Right. And then I got to get other people involved because I wrecked them too. And, Yeah. I agree, Jody. It's all... what? How do you say that?
Hypnotic?
Hypnotic, yes. Thank you.
And Joe, that is a pet peeve of mine too. Since we're talking about pet peeves, when you're on the highway and people just don't go past the trucks, like, and they just go parallel with the truck. They just sit there with the truck. Just drive past the damn truck, please. Just go. Please. Just go. Just go.
Please.
Please, go an extra 10 miles an hour and just go. Get in front, little 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 car lengths, and just get away. Please.
Yeah, and that's not just big trucks. Like, look, Bum could be driving down the road, doing this thing, found that good burger, and you're like, oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, he's digging deep.
And right when you're like, God damn it, dude, go. It's literally anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you're minding your own business. You're doing your own thing. They caught up to you. Just
they slow down. They get up to you and then they slow down. Yeah.
just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't need company. You know what I'm saying? I was fine before you got here. I'll be fine after you go. Keep going. Yeah. Just these things drive.
I think that's one reason why people do stupid things around trucks is because they don't want to be behind the truck. So, and they don't understand that like trucks are like a train of the road. So it's like it takes a lot more to brake, and they'll just cut you off and not realize you're hauling 30,000 pounds worth of crap.
Jody is getting a lump of coal for Father's Day. You know what?
You might
Thank
use it.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will take actually all the lumps of coal you'll give me. That is a lump of coal I don't have to buy. So
Probably a lot of sales for Father's Day, actually.
yes, this is the father that don't mind getting as many bags of coal as you will give him. As a matter of fact, I will take very good, high quality lump coal. As a matter of fact, there's a particular lump of coal that comes from Japan that I would prefer. So if you wouldn't mind importing that Japanese coal, I'd be very
International coal.
Yes, international coal. You could even bring some of that French coal. And the minute you open the bag, it goes, vivi. You know what I'm saying?
and then it spits at you.
Je ne sais coal.
And then, je ne sais coal.
Jesus.
And the minute you open the bag, it goes, It gives you an attitude like what you expect me to light? You stuck up American. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it just complains at you and everything.
Speaking of which,
that's right. Yeah, that's hilarious. Why did I come up with all these stereotypes of French people? I think
I don't know. I'm part French, but I don't know.
And you're
I don't
part
know.
French.
I'm French Canadian. Yeah, my great grandfather came to Canada.
Actually,
like,
all the French people I've ever met have been very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess unless you go to France, I've heard different parts of like Europe or not that like Italy. I heard was pretty rough a little bit.
Right. You know what was funny was prior to going to Europe, right, to Germany, I had heard all these things about German people, right? Like they're uptight and pissed, no charge. Oh, hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Oh, she can't even hear you. But she can see you. Say hi.
So,
hi. How you doing?
I had heard all these things, and you know what? It's all us. We're the ones that are loud and arrogant and have the attitudes and the German people for the most part. There was a few that were, but for the most part, they were just so nice and so giving and so trusting and everything. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, they can point an American out from a mile away.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Oh please. Yeah, we're very easily spotted, that's for sure. I asked drivers what I asked the driver for AutoZone. I've been barred from the settlement agreement. Too many cameras. What do you think, Bum?
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
True, false, or what? Yeah, come on. Everybody can go in an AutoZone. What kind of thing would you have to do in you'd have to shoplift in an AutoZone in order for them to ban you from a store.
Unless he brought oil there and he spilled it all over the place.
You'd have to steal. I would imagine it'd have to be some kind of steal. You'd have to do something like that. I would imagine. There's no way they're just gonna.
Yeah, they at some point you either took money from them or they had to spend money on something that you destroyed or something.
Right. Yeah. I'm surprised. What is this? I'm surprised Moeller Mexican side doesn't just pull up in front of a car and slam the brakes.
Good job on the spelling of brakes there.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Hey, that is hilarious.
I think we figured out what the chairman said. I think, is he tutoring people on spelling? Is he giving classes on spelling?
Yes. Yes. And 40 ounce dose. Dose what?
Oh, you know what that is. It's Dos Equis.
The beer, Dos Equis.
Yeah, Dos Equis.
I know. I just wasn't sure if it was spelled correctly.
Oh,
I actually think it is, other than the one missing capital letter.
Mm-hmm.
Havana's usually pretty good speller.
Okay. He's just not a good pronouncer of the words, but he can
is
spell.
that Havana?
Yeah.
Hey, you know who else I heard is a good speller?
Billy D.
Billy D.
Okay. And with that, we welcome Billy D.
Segue. Look at that. Woo.
Incredible segue.
Don't try this at home, kids. We're professionals.
Yes, we are. Well, kind of.
We just stayed a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Yeah. Good to see Billy D. And round of applause.
Billy D was with me last week, but unfortunately, time did not allow for a malt liquor report during my time on the show last week. We will make up for it this week. Apologies to everybody watching. The majority of the news that's going to be presented tonight is more than a week old. It was a busy week this week, so
yeah, there's no problem.
Can't forget this.
Oh yeah, there we go. Round of applause for the second official Eagle hat.
Yeah. As far as tonight's beverage, I got two choices here. I got a 40, and we have 40 ounces worth of news. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm
I like that
tonight as far as a 40 goes. So we're going to go with something I picked up last week. Now, Havana said I went malt hunting in Chicago last week. That's semi-true, but that was not the purpose of my trip. I had very limited time last week as far as alcohol goes. Didn't hit any breweries. I was only able to stop in 2 liquor stores before I headed back home, but I did hit pay dirt.
Oh, pay dirt! Wow,
I did hit pay dirt.
You're not pouring a hot butcher for the world. That's all I got to say.
No.
Yeah.
Do us all a fucking favor, Mark.
I'm sure you could have found it if you want.
But we have something. We have something that I found last week in Joliet, to be specific, that is even more elusive than Hot Butcher for the World is to Mark.
Uh-oh.
We have the extremely elusive, and based on what I've been told, extremely bad tasting Crazy Cowboy malt liquor.
Ooh. Wow. I've never heard of it before.
Are you the crazy cowboy?
It is American lager, but we all know what it is.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
So we have the 24-ounce can. You know what? Let's play some prices right here. What do you think these 24-ounce cans of Crazy Cowboy cost?
I say $1.49.
Lower.
99 cents.
Higher.
109.
Higher.
115.
Oh, that's $1.50 right there.
Higher.
$1.75.
Did you say 150 or 115, Tom?
150. I said.
Oh, lower than 150.
I think I said 115. I think I said 115. Yeah.
Yeah, 115. Higher than 115.
119.
119. You got it, Mark.
Wow, 119. And my guess is that's $1 too much, probably by the
So there's very interesting designations on this can, which I'm not even going to attempt to show. First thing you see here, it says ale in Texas, which doesn't make any sense. This is a lager, but if this is sold in Texas, they have to call it an ale. I guess because of the alcohol content.
Yeah, well, actually that does make some sense because of the local laws, right? The local alcohol laws.
Yeah. And something else you rarely see, a copyright date on the can. Copyright 2016, Crazy Cowboy Brewing Company. Can anybody guess what state the Crazy Cowboy Brewing Company is out of?
Ooh,
Okay. No, Texas.
No.
New Jersey.
No, it's
Wisconsin.
that same old. Let's see if Mark can figure it out.
New York.
No, it's where all these crappy, bad, high gravity lager / malt liquors come out of. These low level ones.
Wisconsin.
You got it.
I think Tom
I
said
just said Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you say it.
Yeah, I just said Wisconsin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't hear you say it. Yeah, the Crazy Cowboy Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Boy, there sure are a lot of breweries in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Well, they a lot of jobs out there for malt beer, I guess, huh? Holy crap!
Yeah, there are actually.
So unfortunately, when I drink this one, it's going to have to be straight barcode out.
Ask Laverne and Shirley; they'll tell you.
Would you say Wisconsin is the capital of the capital for malt liquor?
As far as
Wisconsin brews,
these are all city brewing.
They brew so much beer up there. They actually do. As far as just beer, period. Without malt liquor, like I wonder how much beer, period, Wisconsin brews.
Well, that's that city brew, which is where this came from. Yeah, it's the old, as Andrew would tell you if he was here in detail, he would go into it's the old Heilman. So yeah, they have a ton of capacity.
Yeah,
by the way, I just opened my what is now to me an old Flickr account, and he got a new smoker. I didn't even get a chance to talk to Andrew about his new smoker that he got, or was that just?
He said something about it last week that he was cooking something.
Did he?
Yeah.
He said, he said he's going to cook. I don't think he said anything about a new smoker though.
Yeah.
So how does it taste, Bum?
It tastes like all the other ones.
Oh, come on! It don't taste like something from the bottom of a cowboy's boot.
It tastes like something from the bottom of a cowboy something. I don't know what.
Oh boy! Yeah, that's yeah.
Better off not say.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice this. Handcrafted.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an artisanal malt liquor.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a hand involved in there somewhere, right?
Yeah, a hand. I don't even think a hand helped can it. I don't even.
I wonder what would have to happen in order for that to be something that they could put on the can.
Guy turns the lever that dumps all the water into the boil thing. That's probably about it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. As the 50-pound sacks of whatever are getting dumped into a whatever, some dude is like stirring it with the largest freaking spoon you've ever seen or something. You know what I'm saying?
Or they handle the drinking of the beer.
Yeah.
Right.
True. They handled the sample. Yes.
Mm.
That would be more like it. Yeah,
imagine them being, this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Can you, okay, Bum, another greater, Tom hit on something. Someone has to quality taste that every day and sample that the quality is just as good as the previous day.
Yeah, man. How do you get a job like that?
Now, is that a job you have to pay for, or do they pay you for that job?
I'm not even sure if this most recent sip tastes like the first one.
I thought they used prisoners for that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Prisoners are just about to get out. They
is that a job where you work on tips only? So they can pay you less than minimum wage? Yeah. Is that how that works?
Oh, and I do want to make one quick announcement here. Just because of the bargain price, I got enough Crazy Cowboy for anybody who wants any.
Right.
So, any of you guys or any of my regular malt liquor pen pals wants a Crazy Cowboy, let me know.
If you're feeling
Back in
crazy.
the day when we used to go to the distributor, you could buy any sort of breakage at a super discount price. I wonder what the discount price on the breakage of Cowboy would be.
I don't know. Well, that's a good question.
Cases of Cowboy. Oof.
What do you mean? Like if one breaks and it's like
Yeah,
what?
actually, yeah. If one broke, to give you an example, back in the, and you're talking the early 90s for Christ's sake. So back in the day, actually the the late 80s. Yeah, because this would be 88. We would go to in upstate New York, we would go to a distributor and they would sell any breakage for $7 a case. It could be one bottle
awesome.
broken out of a case of Corona or whatever it was. It'd be $7 for the case.
They used to let you go straight to the distributor.
Oh yeah, you could walk in the distributor. Yeah,
like Pennsylvania, they call them beer distributors.
Yeah, beer distributors.
And up until 10 years ago, Tom, in Pennsylvania, if you went to a distributor, you had to buy a full case. So if a bottle broke or whatever, they couldn't sell that case at full price.
But did you
not break them up into singles?
Did you have more to choose from though when you went to the distributor? Like
well, the thing of it is, like you'd park and then walk up where they were loading the trucks, right? So right where the trucks would pull in, I remember it very specifically. You'd walk kind of around the trucks, and you'd ask them, "Hey, do you got any breakage today?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, we got a few over there." And you could buy. You had to buy by the case. You couldn't buy individuals.
Now the distributors that Joe's talking about are like wholesalers. In Pennsylvania, the distributors are the retail places where you would buy.
The distributors are the actual liquor stores.
Right.
But
like a beer store.
They would only sell beer, no liquor.
Yeah, see,
beer.
Everywhere else, they're distributors. There's only so many, and the reason why I know this is because when you read the articles, there's only so many distributors in the country. And that's the way they're referred to as distributors. Pennsylvania is one of those weird states that uses different terminology.
Basically, Tom, in Pennsylvania, distributors are just the ones that did the backroom deals to get the exclusive rights to sell the beer in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh,
So and it's not like a distributor.
Over the years, not to get away from Billy D, but we've had many discussions over the years on beer distribution, beer distributors, the specific names of some of these beer distributors, and how they have had like a lock on this country on how beer is distributed in this country. And so now that there's been all these damn buyouts and everything, it's and we'll get to some of that at the end of the Malt Liquor Report. There's major beer news, right, Bum?
Oh yes, there is.
And so we'll get to some of that at the end of the Malt Liquor Report. But now that there's been buyouts, and I've got some news on some buybacks. A brewery that bought back their brewery. Some brewers bought back their brewery from AB InBev. I've got that story as well, too.
They must have made some good investments.
Yeah, there's been some of that happening as well. Go ahead, Billy D. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And just to answer Nemo's question, which Moeller claims I was not going to do, I did catch it. Nemo is asking, did Crazy Cowboy replace Crazy Stallion? To the best of my knowledge, no, and I this is hilarious that I'm answering questions about this stuff that I'm not knowledgeable enough to answer these questions, but I'll give an answer anyway, to the best of my knowledge.
Right.
It didn't replace it because Crazy Cowboy, as we said, has been around since 2016, and Crazy Stallion, to the best of my knowledge, is still available. Crazy Stallion, as Nemo knows, replaced Crazy Horse malt liquor.
Well, the fact that Nemo is even asking the question has me curious if that's a beer that we can get here. I've never heard of some of these beers. And but again, I don't actively look for something like that. So
But
I actually would.
Joe, it's so bizarre because the City Brewing that makes this in Wisconsin does contract brewing at the old Rolling Rock facility in Latrobe, PA, near, an hour away from me. That's called City Brewing now, and they brew a lot of these beverages. And I believe that the can of Crazy Stallion that Havana sent to me, that I drank on the show a couple years ago, that can of Crazy Stallion was brewed in Latrobe, PA, but I cannot buy it here. It's not for sale here. It's brewed in Latrobe and then shipped elsewhere. Not available in PA.
Wow.
So the distribution.
It's wild. It's wild, really wild what happens with those sorts of things, because I've personally showed you guys breweries here in Arizona that have opened up that brew just specific big beers and hard Mike's lemonade and that sort of stuff that are huge, 1,000,000+ square foot warehouses that brew just a handful of these big seltzers and Mike's Hard Lemonade and some of these big breweries that on the can say they're from somewhere else, but they're blessed brewed right here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So that part is weird too. That line, right?
You know, the crazy part about that is the seltzers. They're like, people don't really buy a 6-pack of seltzers. They buy a 12-pack. And it's like, what, $15, $16, 12-pack usually.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good margins, right? For water.
I honestly don't buy those products. The roommate does sometimes, but even then, she still doesn't. We drink an incredible amount. I've got about 7 30-packs of this right now.
Oh crap! It's like a keg party.
Yeah, I've probably got 7 30-packs of that, and then another 3 or 4 of Coors. When it goes on sale,
all cold.
Sale, we stock up, man. That's for sure. All right, we got a link in here, so let's check.
Yeah, you know what? Before we get to the video, here's just some quick news. I think it's still not officially confirmed, but the P. Glenn has returned, at least as far as commenting.
Oh,
so okay. I think it's just a matter of time until he turns up making videos again. And we did have
a little round of applause for the P. Glenn. I mean,
we did have a fake P. Glenn in the chat tonight on the show.
Wow.
The other news, and this is totally ironic because a couple weeks ago I was going to give some joke news that 209 J. Jones is still retired as breaking news, as a joke. Lo and behold, 209 J. Jones has come out of retirement.
Oh. That's got to be the first time somebody in the malt liquor community did the opposite of what they said they were going to do.
Does that even qualify as news at this point?
No,
I don't know.
That's just the expectation.
Is that breaking news, Bum? Should we give?
No.
They're like pro athletes. They go into retirement and they come back out. You know.
Yeah.
They can't stand anything out of the limelight.
So once again, apologies for the old news here. But this goes back 2 weeks. If you recall, we had the All Share a Beer Ham Awards from Jay Vega. And when we last looked, Mark and Coach were tied. Or was Mark in the lead, I think, at that point?
I think Mark was in the lead.
Yeah,
Mark was in the lead.
Pencil neck was ahead by a pencil. I was ahead by a pencil.
By an eraser.
By an eraser, yeah.
Okay, so this is Vega's video, which came during the course of the show with the final results. So go to 40 seconds in, Joe.
All right, 40 seconds. Let me know if you can hear it.
Now, the nominees this week were all from the Share a Ho show. And we
can hear this.
Yep.
Yeah.
First this week, folks. You'll understand what I'm saying in a minute. In fourth place, with 0% of the vote, fucking goose egg. Nobody voted for him. Fourth place is Teen Wolf. Good job, guy. Nobody thinks you're a hoe ass motherfucker. In third
No
place,
hoe ass over here.
18% of the vote is Andrew. And for the first time ever, and maybe probably the last time, we have a tie for first place. That's right, folks. We have ho-hos this week. With 41% of the vote each, this week's ho-ass motherfuckers are Coach and Pencil Neck. Tag team hoes. Double the hoes. Co-hoes. Good God.
Yeah.
So am I the
Okay.
actual winner? Did I win?
Now to the breaking news. I broke it first. There has been an unconfirmed Peeves sighting. Somebody posted a Wham video on the Peeves channel.
A Wham video?
Now, it is not yet known if that was the Peeves or somebody that just had access to his channel. Don't know. But there has been an unconfirmed Peeves sighting today, as of a couple hours ago. That being said, the nominees for next week's ho-ass
from there you can move on. And yeah, that breaking news is confirmed by the fact that the Peeves has been commenting on videos since then. In the same video, you can jump ahead, Joe, to 9 minutes even.
Okay.
Worth the Marshall Jim Duncan.
No charge.
And I want to dedicate this MJD to two people. To Rod J.
Oh, Rod.
Earth. Two people who had sense enough to bail out of that fucking
no charge.
God-awful Share a Ho show. Shout out to those assholes.
Oh! Wow!
So who was number two? Rod J. and who else?
That was Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He did say it.
God-awful Share a Ho show. Two people who had sense enough. Two people. Rod J. and Earth. Two people who had sense enough to bail out of that fucking god-awful Share a Ho show. Shout out to those assholes. Swole.
Now he's trying to take over for Joe Skull. Now, there's only one Joe Skull. You know, you can't, butt in on his territory. No pun intended. All pun intended, actually. Right? And that's not right. I mean, he has that market all to himself. You know?
Yeah, but he has the advantage of sitting on the vinyl car seat.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. For some reason, I trust Joe Skull's bowels more than I trust Vega's bowels. one of these days that might not be a fart. You know, a lot sooner than later, I feel like. With Vega. That's gonna be
That could be why the Nissan is dilapidated. Who knows?
Yeah.
And if you noticed, he gave credit to our dear friend Earth, and he gave credit to another dear friend of the show here, Rod J. Do you notice the person he could not give credit to? Himself. He could not give credit to himself for leaving the Share Ho show. Why, kids? Because he keeps coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, he left the show and everything else YouTube related, and he came back. So good point, Joe. I never thought of that.
He was gone for a bit.
He was, and had he stayed gone, he could have come back just to make that point.
Yeah.
But he would have, by making said video, he would have still let us know that he's watching, and in actuality not have left the show, because you would have had to have come back occasionally to at least know that Rod J is not, he actually pokes in from time to time. He's not as gone as Earth is.
Yeah, Rod was here a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago.
No matter what,
it's been a matter of a few weeks.
Yeah,
he was here weeks ago in the chat. He comes in very briefly, says hi.
Yeah,
he might.
But I mean, as far as being on cam, yeah,
on cam.
No matter what, like say, like if you log into your sorry, if you log into your YouTube account, no matter what, you'll always see live right at the top. Like, it'll always be there.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just one click away from just watching.
From at least watching.
So who knows who's watching? Earth could be watching right now.
Oh yeah, many. I tell you, I've said many times over the years, you never know who's watching. Honestly, I've gotten, I've had a back and forth with people you'd never believe, right? People that I'm like, that couldn't have been who the hell I thought it was. But hey, we have Billy D here every single week, damn near. And that's pretty impressive. Who the hell else can say that, that has him or hers present?
Always looking fresh.
Yeah. So what else do we have here, Bo?
All right, we're going to move on to the chairman here. Once again,
drop the
news. This gets back to me being on the show 2 weeks ago. Not feeling great. Actually, I'm still not 100%, but that is neither here nor there. Go to 10 minutes, 15 seconds.
10 minutes, 50 seconds.
15.
15, okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, the coronavirus ain't over yet. Ain't fucking over yet.
It actually isn't.
Bum was strict.
Did he fart, or was that the chair?
That's
apparently the coronavirus ain't over yet. Ain't fucking over yet.
I don't know. That's kind of
a chair. Yeah, it was a chair.
Was that the chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, because numerous times in these videos, every time he moves, you hear that chair squeak. I thought it was a fart
ain't
too.
Over yet. Ain't fucking over yet. Was stricken with coronavirus again. 2023.
People are actually getting COVID. We don't talk about it anymore, but it is, the numbers are actually growing again, aren't they?
I wouldn't be shocked if they were. I haven't heard, but
they are. Because they're talking about an actual new string of a virus, of a vaccine out there to fight against this latest uptick. Because I guess in China or something, they are like damn near back in lockdown mode again.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 weeks ago, yesterday, 2 Fridays ago, I felt like I got hit with it again.
Okay, back to the video. I didn't mean to distract. I just
And 2023. I mean, God, that's like Coronavirus was like 3 years ago, but Bum's still fucking getting it. Even after triple jabbed and 6 fucking boosters from his nearest CVS. That guy still gets the coronavirus. Might as well pull up in a spacesuit, Bum, on the next meet and greet.
Oh, that was super weak. I don't know. That was
Should've
super
left
weak.
You dead on the Ave.
Ever since his arrest, he hasn't quite done that the same. You know?
Missed that last part, Joe. Should have left you dead on the Ave.
Yeah. Should have.
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Should have left you dead on the Ave.
And, I hate to sound like Andrew here, but for the record, I'm not triple jab and octuple boosted.
Are you well actualing something right now, Bum? Is that what you're doing?
What's that?
Are you well actually? Are you doing that right now? Is that
well? Actually,
yeah.
Well, actually, I only got the initial 2 jabs, and that's it.
That's like
because looking at all the Burger King references in his frame right now, makes me think about. Of course, I've been watching a ton of Dodger games, and one of the guys that was calling the Dodger game a couple nights ago was talking about how there was a king that was pitching to Burger. So it was one
kidding.
It was one of the few times in baseball where Burger King was referenced like crazy because King was pitching to Burger.
That's hilarious. Now that is hilarious, and just the fact that somebody thought of that.
Yeah, thought of that, yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
had to be somebody in their 30s or older to do that. I would imagine.
Well, it was an obvious reference because King is pitching to Burger. That's their literal names.
Yeah.
So how do you not? You know, I mean, you think about how baseball flows and how they have too much time to talk about stuff anyway. So they know Burger's up next, and King's already pitching. So they're like, "Oh my god!"
I still don't know. Like, if I was announcing, I don't know if I would catch that. I'm not sure if I would.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was an obvious one. Yeah.
That's great.
Then you got multiple times he's going to go up the bat. So
right.
Kind of have,
they kind of and he mentioned it. He was like, "Oh, as I seen the possibility." Once he knew that King was going to pitch, he was like, "Oh my god, the possibility of Burger King was inevitable." Right? He was like, he was grateful that the opportunity came up because he's a reliever. So he was grateful that, oh my god, Burger and King, it's going to be yes. It was great. Anyway, sorry to distract that, but
so same video. Jump ahead to 12:25.
I like his setup today, though. It looks real. It looks like he put a little time into it. It's a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, when you look down here, it's dilapidated as hell. He has like, what that is that
UPS box or something?
No, that's a double malt box.
It's a double malt. Okay, the double malt box. We have another sign back here. You might be able to see my cursor here. And there's some other stuff happening in frame. So, what did you say? 12? What?
25.
12:25.
You should get a staple gun. Maybe put some cloth right there.
Yeah,
and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, 12:25.
What the hell? Dude, 2, 3, 4.
That's a handful.
Come on.
Yep. Special shout out to Pencil Neck Mark.
Oh,
Stay dead in your manhood.
stay dead in your
Stay
man.
dead your manhood. Okay. Where's this going? I want to hear the end.
Might as well get your balls cut off like Causey, you know.
Wait a minute.
Why?
I thought he said your balls were cut off a long time ago.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm confused.
He's confused.
I'm confused.
Causey, you know. Getting forced to go to the opera.
Okay, before he shoves this popcorn or attempts to in his mouth,
Pie hole. Okay.
he dropped 4 on the last attempt. Over under 4 pieces of popcorn, Tom.
I'll go to even. I'll go over 4. Over. Okay, over.
Mark, what do you got?
I'm going to go under.
Under 4 pieces getting dropped this time. Bum, what do you got?
Under.
I disqualify myself.
Yeah.
I know how many.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That's
but
right.
more, he knows. I will say just under as well. Yeah, let me back it up so we have a good reference.
I'd
Causey,
say
you
4
know.
though, but
Getting forced to go to the opera when you could get loaded on a Saturday night.
oh, you should like show
No.
He made it. Under.
I'm gonna blow his mind right now. I wasn't forced. I decided on my own to go.
Yes.
He enjoys it.
Yes.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And Mark,
There's more to life than getting shit faced. How about that?
And Mark, are you still in possession of your balls?
Are they attached to you?
Yep. Yeah, they're there.
Yeah. Breaking news, kids. Breaking news. The pencil neck still has his balls. Yes.
Yep.
You heard it here first. Still has.
I think he's slightly jealous that you like going to the opera. He just can't understand.
Yeah, well, actually, he tried to go, and we've seen it live on video. He tried to go into feeling smug.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He tried to go into a place where people from the opera hang out, and he was kicked out. We've seen that.
Yeah.
That's what was happening in there, because people from the opera obviously sip on champagne in tall glasses, and you could see the tall glasses of champagne being sipped. And there was a whole lot of hon VV happening in there, and he wanted to be part of the club, and they kicked him out of the club.
Yeah.
And,
Well, just get yourself a glass of wine. At least walk around with a glass of wine, like a little more sophisticated. All right.
and there's not a lot of people hang out at the opera with Hooters shirts on,
with a Hooters jersey and a bald eagle ball cap. Yeah.
Drinking more liquor.
drinking malt liquor, and with an eagle ball cap on.
He's gonna bring a glass. He's gonna bring a what's the one they make in plastic now?
with a phone going like this.
Yeah.
What's this? What's this?
Yeah, we're not done here.
Oh, he's bloated.
Pull up at the next monster truck rally. Mark, save face. Good God, guy.
Oh, 1 piece. Okay, still got the under. No, he's a lot more focus on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was trying. That one was trying to pop out there at the end. Yeah.
we know who the bitch is in that relationship, and it sure as hell ain't the boss. Man,
Oh, brother. Okay.
This
Wait a
guy's
minute.
something else.
Wait a minute. Now Bum, we have to interrupt this malt liquor report to give Mark a chance to swear that he's going to go back to Pennsylvania and kill that son bitch, that talked about the boss. Now go ahead and defend the boss's honor here, Mark.
Oh my god.
The floor is yours.
Why would I waste the energy going to Pennsylvania? He's killing himself by drinking those 40. So sooner or later, he's going to be dead. So stuffing that popcorn. He's going to choke on the kernel. Stuffing that popcorn down his throat, and he'll be dead. And I won't have to budge a finger.
Yeah. Now, Tom,
I can still go to the opera.
Yeah. Yeah. Why go down there when you go to the opera?
We go to the opera. Right? Yeah.
Damn it.
And that wasn't a knock on the boss. That was a knock on Mark himself.
100% on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, though. That's.
Yeah. I just wanted to, Tom, I wanted to give Pencilneck a chance to defend.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to send Team. Team's going to come.
There you go. Give Team a fifth of vodka, a fifth of bourbon.
Yeah. Where is Team when you need him? You know what I'm saying? You're like, look, man.
I'll just ring him up. I'll just ring him up and say, Team.
Yeah. We need to dial up. Now, this phone is a direct phone to Texarkana. And we have a hit we need to put out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got some good bourbon out in Atlanta that he'd love.
Yeah. So too funny.
Hope he's doing better. I hope he's doing well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I hope he's
It's rough.
So is this video done, Bum, or do we have more in this video?
That is it for that video, but now we're going back to Vega again. Okay. And go to 310.
310. Okay. 310. There we go.
Another master invincible, Wu-Tang indispensable, one nation.
No charge.
Share a Ho show Saturday night. Bum's voice was cracking worse than Peter Brady.
Whoa.
Good God.
Almost cracking more than his.
But you're wrong, Moeller. You're wrong, Steel Worldwide. It's not Beijing Flu 19. Nope.
See, he's aware. He's aware.
It's AIDS.
It's
AIDS.
That's funny too, because there is I don't know about a resurgence of AIDS, but I've been hearing more about AIDS lately.
AIDS?
Yeah, I've been hearing more about AIDS. Actually, to the point where, because I've only watched live TV now because of sports, right? And there's even these HIV prescriptions that they advertise during some of the ball games that I've seen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you're getting AIDS nowadays, that's kind of your ignorance, because nowadays you have HIV. There's so many medications that you can take.
Well, by AIDS, I guess that's what I'm still that guy.
You get HIV, then AIDS. Yeah.
I for me, I don't get that technical. I'm like, hey, you got AIDS, right?
You get AIDS is weird. Yes,
it's the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Does anybody actually progress to the point where they get AIDS anymore? I mean, besides me.
Yeah.
Right. Besides, right.
Yeah.
Most people, if you take, they haven't cured it, but the medications reduce it so much, keep it in remission, that it's essentially undetectable and it doesn't advance. Yeah. So
right.
Everybody's Magic Johnsons these days, right? Everybody's right.
Yeah. I mean, if you do something about it, yeah. If you don't, then it's just going to get worse.
In the God.
Do we have more here, Bum?
No, that's it for this video.
Okay, that's it for this one. All right. To the next one then.
Okay, we're going to finish off with something that we've been sitting on for weeks here. The chairman once again. And Joe, I'm going to warn you. We have a couple sections coming up where I tried like cutting down the times of us what we need to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You could only cut it down so much. You just have to see this to believe it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, a lot of content in this one.
Oh, okay. Content.
And you guys can make your own conclusions once you start watching this video. So we are going to start out at 9 minutes, 50 seconds. And this is in reference to talking about Fear's 50 40s before he turns 50 challenge.
Okay.
Damn.
Only the fucking beer nerds. Only the fucking beer nerds care. Oh, look at that. Look at that vintage, can or bottle. I'll collect that trash. Yeah, okay, good. Good.
What is he talking to?
As he's as he's mocking us, and I'm leaving the screen up there, as he's mocking us. And by the way, anytime you have to mock somebody, you always go to that voice, right? You always kind of try to do your version of that voice, right? And so as he's mocking us, he's got all his collection of vintage whatever in the hell this is sitting next to him.
And we're not even on the main set where there's like 100 empty malt liquor cases.
Yeah.
Not to mention his collection of McRib napkins.
Yeah.
The guy that freezes Mac ribs.
Yeah, and collects used McRib containers.
Yes.
And everything else. Okay, we'll overlook some of that. I'll rewind this a little bit and we'll get some context.
Oh, can or bottle. I'll collect that trash. Yeah, okay, good. Good God. When you need the biggest fucking nerd on the flat earth bum to help you cross that line to your accomplishment, you hold this L. You hold this fucking L. Man.
Wow.
You anybody observing anything about the chairman there?
He's really slurring. How many in is he right here? Like
he's only one in on this video, but who knows what happened before the video was made?
Yeah.
I think before he
that's at least his second 40, probably his third.
Okay, it gets better.
Yeah, now mind you, he does have Dr. Dre the Chronic up here. That might have been motivation to try something else.
I don't think so, based on what I know of him. I think he's straight alcohol.
Okay.
So jump ahead 17 minutes, 15 seconds.
To what?
17:15. Oh. And you're going to notice a noticeable difference.
Oh, he's already leaning over.
Yeah. 42 OZs. Not cold one blue, but it's a different 40, guys. It's a different 40.
Oh boy! Oh man! You can already see there's words blending together, and there's
it's a different 40, guys. The different 40.
Yeah,
oh, man. And then look at the eyes; they're a little puffy underneath.
Yeah.
He's inflamed,
and he's a little more pink. There's more of a reddish hue happening. In the neck, the skin, here in the nose, in the neck, a little bit more of a reddish hue.
The way he's swallowing, it's almost like he's holding back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it's not even moving. There. Look at that. Now you've finally seen it. Yeah.
Oh, now he's drinking. Okay. So what's he say now? Let's hear it.
Oh. Wait a minute. Where was that beer before he picked it up, and then where I have to
watch when he puts it down? He almost falls over. He's like, oh, he has to catch himself.
Good call, Joe.
Okay, he drank a little bit. Look where it's at. It's like right above that malt liquor, and then we're gonna play the tape and fast forward to when he put it down again. He drank a little bit, but not much.
Watch when he tries to put it down. How he almost falls forward with it. He can't control himself.
And then see, look at I'm saying, look at the puffiness under here and the skin tone. Yeah. Okay, watch this. Okay, he drank. He drank a little bit. It was
like a half an ounce.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Did you see how he put that down? Though he kind of fell forward.
He's roughed up.
Like his dog.
Yeah, right.
Cat life reflex his dog.
Cat life reflex. Cat life reflex.
Cadillac reflex.
Is that a new French word? Cadillac reflex is, you know? Is that like how you repronounce Altarges? Right? Altarge, right? Cat life reflex. Is that how you talk about your cats, Mark? Is that how you talk?
Yeah.
Crusher and AJ.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah, that's what he's when it's meal time. That's what Mark said.
Yeah, is that how you call him for supper? Is that how
meow?
Okay, I have to ask. Tom, when's the last time you and then it probably was when's the last time you were that drunk?
I don't really get like that anymore, but I did get that way about a month ago. And
a month ago?
About a month ago, and I usually don't.
When's the last time you were
that drunk?
Never.
More than a year ago when I was that drunk. Yeah, more than a year ago.
And Bum, do you care to answer, or are you going to stay neutral?
It was just last night, Joe.
You're like, where's my keys?
Yeah, where's the keys? Yeah, give me the keys. Yeah, I can't. No, I can't do it.
Where's my car?
Give me the keys. Yeah, I honestly, God, I cannot.
It's been a long time. Yeah,
it's been years for me. Years, honestly.
It's been several years for me.
Well, okay, I'll take that back. No, you know what? Okay, I got drunk, tipsy. I was probably scoring a little bit when the Rams won the Super Bowl. When the Rams won the Super Bowl, yeah, I was feeling it.
Yeah, when you get a little excited and then you get those excitement beers in, and then you want to drink a couple more, and then
you mix something, high like that, a big moment like that with drinking, and you might not even have drank that much, but the energy level
years ago, a long time.
So it's been a few years now since the Rams won, but I now that I think about it a little more, that would be a moment for sure. So let me get back to this video.
Yeah, we're just picking up steam here.
Nice.
Cat life reflexes, dog. Cat like reflexes. The one thing I hate about Pen Pal.
Oh, he is on a roll.
Cat like reflexes.
And look at the I mean, dude, the skin tone alone will tell it all.
It is over 5 minutes left. The
one thing I hate about Pen Pal.
Boy, did he just get back from the dentist? Does he have a swollen tongue? Is his tongue numb or something happened to him? It got cut, because you lose, right?
Yeah.
One thing about it. The one thing I hate.
There's one thing about being drunk. Now, this came up recently. Now, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. But this came up recently because during the week, some people that are very famous had their parade and celebration. So there was a lot of drunk people, very inebriated people doing stupid things. And we all kind of gave Denver a pass. If you watched what was happening, you gave them a pass. Unfortunately, there was a shooting that killed people when Denver won. That's horrific. You don't want to hear about that happening. But when they had their parade, there were some people celebrating. So this came up, right? This came up during the week with sports radio and sports podcasts. Like, you feel like you're having a good time in those moments, right? You're celebrating. You're like, yeah. Oh, you fell a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We give each other a pass. The next day, when you see the video, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like shit.
When has there ever been a time when you've seen the video the next day of you being drunk or under the influence of whatever, and you were like, yeah, that's cool?
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't put some non-alcoholic beers onto their. Sneak a couple in there.
Yeah, I would say I would vote for never has anyone ever looked at video the next day and gone, oh man, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, that's what he did. He posted this, so I mean, it's not like it automatically goes up. So he had to look at it after the fact and still post it. So
no, I think he posted it as soon as it was done.
Oh, you think so? You think
as soon as it was done recording? Yeah.
I think they do that a lot frequently because that's why they take them down.
Yeah. You wake up the next morning and are like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, not a good one. Right?
But he's left it up, though.
Yeah.
Pen pal. You know.
Whoa.
It's like.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
He looks like he wants to hurl.
Yeah. Oh, man. Look at the wrinkles under the eyes. I mean, the eyes tell it all, man.
Yeah.
Skin tone.
That's how it starts. That
How many tugs is that? I mean, look at all the tugs and pulls. Uncontrollable hat lifts. Oh, look at that. Just uncomfortable.
If he starts spitting, then he's got a problem.
Right there.
Oh, that was, Bo pointed it out right there. Yeah. Look at that. That little.
Oh, look at the
there it was.
Kind of a mini, it was a choke it back thing there. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, you're reaching for the napkin.
Regurgitation. It's the regurgitation station.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let's wipe that off because it got nasty all of a sudden. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Gonna have to pick that up later. Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get another one because
Oh, man, he's rough.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I like that, the regurgitation station.
Now, what would be sweet if he said, "Best shape of my life, dog. Best shape of my life."
Yeah. How about I pause it here? Now, is this the part, Bum, of the video where he talks about how fat I am and how much I need to lose weight and how much I need to stop my bad habits?
Yeah, I think that part's coming up.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh.
Look at that, Pep. Look at that.
Oh,
I forgot. My first thought: vintage Big Bear's gonna drop it and break it.
Oh my goodness.
2013 Big Bear.
You can't even look straight.
Yeah.
Well, the fucker does like this, like 15 fucking Budweiser products. You know, different fucking labels. You know, and calls it 50/40s
before. Can someone help me with this tongue? It's
Not
really
one
heavy.
fucking Big Bear. Not one fucking Big Bear.
And I got all the
Up
big
yours, pen pal, you fucking beer nerd.
Yeah,
My
beer
God.
nerd.
Beer fucking nerds united.
Yeah.
Pen pal and fucking bum.
Yeah. And bum.
Manager.
He changed the whole word.
Oh man.
Yeah, you
Wait,
beer
we're not done yet, believe it or not. If you want to jump
beer
ahead
nerd-
to
I'm gonna pull out a 2013 malt liquor here. Who in the hell's got one of them? Where are we going, bum?
2320.
Who brags about alcohol when you're trashed already?
Oh, wait. I know a guy.
Holy crap.
I know a guy that's in Texarkana.
Oh, that's true.
Wait a minute.
What a song.
The only thing worse is playing Taylor Swift, right?
Hey, she's as we speak, she's performing in Pittsburgh right now. Second of two sold out shows. I know several people who were there.
Oh my God.
Oh, those tickets for that show, those shows are crazy.
Yep. Old English and 100 brand molders.
What?
42 OZs. Old English and 100 brand molders.
Man.
42 OZs. That's 2 more OZs that you can get on the west side, guy.
Okay, this guy, I've seen this guy, Tom. Okay. I've seen this guy. He's in like one of those Pittsburgh dive bars, 1:30 in the morning in the corner.
Yeah.
Right? He's in the corner. You know, he's got a black leather jacket on.
Yeah.
Probably still wearing a ski mask and a God blessed eagle hat.
Yeah.
And he's just hammered. Right?
Yeah.
Out
you
there.
happen to go in and he accidentally sit next to the guy. And then he ends up telling you all these crazy stories.
Then they start talking to you.
And then you're like, what did I get myself into? And then
exactly.
Hey man, can you ride me home?
Yeah. One of those places where they still serve like 10-ounce, $2 pours. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
One of those places, and that's why you go there. It's like $2 10-ounce Coors pours. And you're like, line them up, son. Line them up.
A lot of those places right off like the fishing docks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those types of places. Yeah.
Yeah. Those types of places. Right?
Yeah.
The type of place where, you know, the bartender's been working there for 30 years and she's got this voice, you know.
Yeah. She smokes like
hey, Mom, would you like to put a little extra on your charge? I can take $10 extra on there and give you $10 if you want on your credit card if you're traveling. One of them places. Have you been to them? I've been to them. Yeah. Why do you think I know about them? I've been to them.
You bumming cigarettes off people, asking people for cigarettes.
Yeah. They'll like overcharge your card for you and give you $10-$20. You know what I'm saying? So you have some cash.
Yeah.
Freaking great. Those dive bars are awesome.
Yeah. Fucking Lucius is your deputy phone.
He changed the word again.
Fuck yours, Reginald.
He likes to make fun of people from Boston, but he's dropping D's and dropping R's and dropping everything right now. Freaking licious, right?
Just your deputy phone. Hey. Fucking Lucius is your deputy phone. Up yours, Reginald. How many sources I reviewed, Reginald?
Oh my God.
Fucking clocked out. Up yours, Canadian piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Man. Yeah, that was a 3:40 night at least there. Yeah. Or morning. Who knows what time that was recorded.
Yeah.
That's the worst shape we've seen him, I think.
Yeah.
No, not the worst. We've seen him in I think Bum had a
That's
video.
got to be a top 3 bad shape video there. I mean,
definitely in the top 5.
Yeah.
So
definitely one of the top. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy D. We appreciate it as always. Another fine malt liquor report.
Crazy Cowboy is gone.
At least he was home.
Yeah, at least he was home. We know he did not hit the road. That and you know what? There was only 47 comments during the malt liquor report today. That's a little bit of a bummer there.
Or the malt liquor report was so good that everyone had their eyes.
Maybe, yeah. Thank you for that's probably what was happening. They were all dialed in so much they didn't want to miss any of that. So yeah, they were just in it for the content.
There you go, Tom. Thanks. You could be a corporate spokesman.
Yes.
The
Spin Meister.
Yes, just spin that sucker. Right? Yeah, exactly. So getting right to it, now that the malt liquor report is done, we got to get to the big beer news, right? Little drum roll for that. And that is Anchor Brewing ends its national distribution, kills beloved beer. Bum, do you want to go into this? Do you know a little bit about this?
The only thing I know is that they are pulling out of everywhere except where the beer is brewed, except in California. They said that 70% of their sales are in California.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
It makes sense from a business standpoint. But the distressing news to me and a lot of people is that they are no longer going to package their annual Christmas beer. They said this year and next year, and after that things are up in the air. Damn, we were coming up on this year was going to be year number 49 of the Christmas beer. Now they said that the Christmas beer is still going to be brewed. What did they say? It was going to be available on tap at Anchor. Did they say Anchor tap houses or something like that? But you have to live local to be able to get it. So, but they're not going to package it anymore. So, yeah, I'm majorly bummed, as are many, many people.
And many other people, exactly. Yeah, that's... I have to admit, it's not a beer that I buy all the time, but 30% of your sales ain't nothing to shake a stick at either.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what I'm saying? 30% of your sales now. I wonder where that other 30%. Now, keep in mind, famously in our area, my area here in Phoenix, there's a particular beer that is close to that percent of sales for this particular brewery that's local as well. And they brew all kinds of stuff and are starting to expand and everything else like that. You know what I'm saying?
Can I take a guess on that one?
Sure.
Is it Kilt Lifter?
Kilt Lifter, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Right, Four Peaks Brewing, is that the one it does?
Yeah, yeah. It's 70% of their sales. I would venture to say that there's other breweries out there as well that are similar. I wonder how many of these kind of hard decisions are going to be made in the future, in the near future with a lot of other breweries.
You have a lot of these breweries. They start small and then they expand, and you just once you get to certain states, you start to realize what your sales are. You don't really know until you're there.
Yeah, I was going to tell you to punch up Nemo's comments here. Yeah. Anchor did sell out to Sapporo.
And I got a question about Anchor. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in like a maniac. Did Anchor ever? They never really they never rebranded, right? Or they never did all bottles, no cans.
Oh no, they have in the last couple of years. They started canning
cans,
like 10 years ago.
I never seen them out
And
here.
they did an infamous branding visual wise of their cans and bottles like 1 or 2 years ago, and it didn't go over well with a lot of people.
Yeah,
the usual corporate bullshit. Yeah, we're redesigning our stuff to blah 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 to meet with the. It's a little bit of the new and a little bit of the old.
Yeah,
their stuff was always distinctive. Their stuff didn't change over the decades, but I think that was a lot of the appeal to it.
Yeah.
The only label that changed was their Christmas beer every year. Yeah, Sapporo. Now this is an example of what can happen to a brewery who does sell out to a conglomerate. The first craft beer I ever had was Anchor Steam in 1986. It was available in Pittsburgh then.
But do their beers get better now because they are going to be brewing less?
No. It's probably the same beer. It's just a lot cheaper. They make more money on that 70% just keeping it in the state than they.
Yeah. But they're brewing
30% outside costs them a lot in shipping and all that stuff. So
because they'd have to brew more for that 30%.
Yeah.
So that they are brewing less now, right? I'd imagine.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a matter of like what some businesses do. They cut back. So now they don't need when it comes to the actual money, they can cut back and be like a leaner, meaner type company now. So they don't need to put as much money out for staff, for product, for distribution, for materials. You know what I'm saying? And all that sort of thing. And they can keep the cost really down and still be just as profitable, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Without maybe as much headache. I don't know. There must be a bigger reason, and Sapporo must be a bigger part of that reason to justify that 30%, because 30%, as Mark knows in his business, that's a lot.
But because of all the extra shipping and stuff like that, if say that 30%, you only make a 10% margin on that 30, but you're making a 25 on the other 70.
Yeah.
If you cut, you end up making more in the long run.
It's got to have something to do with their agreement with Sapporo, right? I would imagine there's got to be something else in there that we don't know about to justify not going after that.
Well, they're majority owners, so they're the ones making the decisions. And imagine,
yeah, Sapporo.
They're looking at the numbers and they're like, "You're not making money anywhere else."
Right? You know what, Tom? You know what? If we were to take this to the automotive world, thank you for using that reference. If we were to take this to the automotive world, remember when Alfa Romeo bought Dodge Chrysler? When they took over Dodge Chrysler, they literally eliminated Dodge trucks. They eliminated how many Dodge brands? They got rid of a ton of vehicles. And everybody was like, what the hell is this? And now there's no more Dodge trucks. They're Ram trucks. And they made a leaner, meaner. And now that it's been a number of years, they've come back with other newer vehicles. But at the time, they had trimmed that tree down to nothing. They literally cut it down. I feel like they only had 2 or 3 cars, maybe 2, and a couple SUVs on the Dodge line, and then on the Chrysler line rather, and then on the Ram line they had 1 truck, I think 2 trucks.
Is that when they killed Plymouth?
Yeah, they got rid of that. I mean, they completely they just Fiat. I'm sorry. I
was going to say I didn't hear anything about Alfa Romeo.
I'm sorry. Fiat.
That was in the 90s when Plymouth was eradicated, right?
No, it wasn't until 2000s, right?
Oh, really? For some reason, I thought that was
about the only Chrysler there is now is the minivan.
Yeah.
The Plymouth Prowlers were kind of cool.
Those were cool. I like them cars.
The purple ones, I
Mm.
Yeah, but I imagine it kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a company, you know, the big parent company just makes these bigger decisions, and then perhaps they're going to cut back on that, and then come back with something else later. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, once you have 51%, your majority, and you're making all the rules.
Yeah, right.
Most of the time, right?
Here's another story that's a very old story at this point, but with the Bud Light thing happening, I felt like it was still something I wanted to cover, and that's Miller Lite. Now, this is back in June. This is a year ago, actually. But Miller Lite had a limited edition can celebrating America's first female brewer, which is something that was pretty cool. I wish I would have known about it. This was a can I would have liked to collect. But pretty cool. They literally changed the name of the beer. They put her on the can.
There's no beer without woman. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that is, and you know, here's some history about her. Her Philadelphia brewery, created in 1734, became successful. I mean, something like this is kind of cool, right? Mm. That's in line with what the brewery has done, or something to do with that beer, with that brewery, and the whole Bud Light thing was just completely out of control. Just, I mean, you know.
Yeah, this woman at least was born a female.
Right, but actually had something to do with beer, you know.
Right.
Yeah. More to the point.
Yeah, that's somebody you should put on a beer can.
Right. Yeah. Right, that you should celebrate, right?
Right.
Now this next story I want to get to is a cool, because we don't get to hear about this one too much. But these cats actually bought back original owners, buy brewery back from Anheuser-Busch. And this is in Boone, North Carolina. How often do we hear about this?
That's cool.
Yeah, never.
This is very cool. Let me exit my review.
I wonder if that was in the contract, like they had a chance to buy it back.
No. They actually talk about it here in the piece. They founded this Appalachian Mountain Brewery. I don't know if you've heard or seen in this brewery, Mark, but
I have, yeah.
They entered a partnership with Craft Brew Alliance and eventually being acquired by the world's largest brewing company, right? They're cousins, right? And then it says in here that they had the opportunity to buy it back, and they did. Somewhere in here it says that. I thought I remembered seeing that in there. But it's just pretty cool that they did have a chance to buy it back, and so they did. You know, they've still, it says here they stayed involved with the operation through the years under the different ownership groups, but they have now reached an agreement to purchase Appalachian Mountain Brewery back from their partners at Anheuser-Busch. We are grateful to have spent the last 2 years as active founders with AB's craft portfolio. The business partner shared. We will be shifting our focus immediately on growing our local team, opening our new tap room in Mills River, North Carolina. So it's pretty cool. Maybe it was another piece that I saw where they, I remember something about them not necessarily spending the money that they got initially and just kind of put it to the side. And then when there was an opportunity to buy it back, they did. Yeah. It was almost that simple, because it's only been not that many years since they sold it. So
yeah, there must have been something in the agreement that they had the right to do that within a certain period of time for a certain amount. That type of thing, probably.
like contingency or something.
Or Anheuser-Busch is like, what the hell are we doing buying this little brewery in North Carolina? It's a pain in the ass. Let's, sell it back and call it good, and we'll move on to somebody else. Yeah,
it could be a little bit of both.
Too small.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of both. Hey, you know what? Hey guys, would you, kind of floating it out there? Would you like to have this back? And they might have been like, hell yeah, name the price, we'll take it back.
Yep.
So I thought this little bit was interesting as well. I shared this with you guys earlier in the week. I thought this was kind of interesting, but Bud Light being topped by Modelo as the top selling beer amidst the boycott. I found this fascinating that it was Modelo. I like Modelo, but I had no idea. Bud Light has lost its spot as the number one selling U.S. beer.
What's like the next beer up? What's like the top three? Like what would be? Because I'm the same here. I didn't really.
I would guess Miller Lite after those two.
Yeah,
I honestly would have said Miller Lite. I would have said Miller Lite and then Coors.
Yeah,
I would. I like Modelo, but I honestly would have never guessed that Modelo would have. And as a matter of fact, I haven't seen anything else other than this piece that says this. Quite frankly,
yeah. Well, they said that Bud Light sales have gone down 20 or 30%.
Yeah,
so that's a couple. Yeah.
At what point are they like, hey, we got to stop producing as much as we are?
Oh no, they'll still be fine there, but yeah, it's.
I think so.
Yeah, it's like their 30% drop. Hey, that's the amount that Anchor couldn't handle. At 30%.
That's true.
But yeah, no, they'll be fine. But yeah, they took a hit, that's for sure. And Modelo was pretty close behind, and now they're ahead. Modelo tastes a lot better than Bud Light, that's for sure.
It does. There's no argument on that end. It's just I was surprised to see that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have guessed it in a million years, honestly. It was kind of crazy. I got two more quick ones here. I've got this one that I think is interesting. If you're a gamer, you might find this interesting as well. But McDonald's released a new game. They released a game for Grimace's birthday for the analog Game Boy. You believe it? It's a 16-bit game.
Huh.
Still have one of those, the Game Boy Color.
Yeah. And you can play this new McDonald's game on your Game Boy. I thought this was interesting as hell.
That Game Boy Color, when it came out, that was the hottest thing on the market.
It was.
Awesome.
You could bring it with you.
Anywhere. It was.
Just put some batteries in it. Oh, that was for road trips. Oh my goodness.
It was cool as hell.
Awesome.
It was. The Game Boy period when it came out, but then when they came out with color, that was next level. It honestly was. Yeah, McDonald's has commissioned a brand new Game Boy Color game in 2023, starring the milkshake obsessed purple piece of candy corn. We think
it's not candy corn.
Yeah, Tom, you did a little investigating into Grimace, and what is Grimace?
It's a large taste bud, supposedly. What I've heard, I might be wrong. Okay, it's something I read, but it's supposedly a large.
It was on the internet. It's got to be true.
Yeah. It was on the internet, right? So it's got it. Yeah, I am curious.
I personally think now that commercial we watched, the colors were faded in that, so the Grimace is kind of brown in that commercial.
Yeah,
he's got the four arms, but in that commercial, he almost looks like the inspiration for the poop emoji.
Yeah, that's true. He's the original poop emoji.
Okay, here you go. What is Grimace supposed to be? Fans have never quite known exactly what he is supposed to be. That is until now. Back in 2021, Brian Bates, a manager of a McDonald's in Canada, revealed the answer to the Golden Arch's biggest mystery, telling CBC News that Grimace is, quote, an enormous taste bud, but a taste bud nonetheless, end quote.
Huh.
You know what? You could have gave me a million guesses, and I would have never guessed.
So who is this guy that said this?
Brian Bates, a manager of a McDonald's in Canada.
So a random McDonald's manager made the decision about a 30-year history of a character, and
correct.
So that's official now. Okay.
Who might be 30 years or 29 years old in Dan self? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's where I got it. That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
Now, right here where it says, what kind of creature is Grimace? Grimace is a large purple creature of undeterminate species. Super lovable and in touch with his emotions. It's obvious that his birth sign is Gemini. In the 1970s and 80s, he was often seen sporting a mullet and braces. He celebrates his birthday at McDonald's with mom under the apple pie tree in the 70s.
What the hell?
Huh.
I have no recollection of any of that.
Wow, this is wow.
Oh, I think this is the thing I was
His joy of shakes towards the end. He is occasionally betrayed. His birthdays. Backstory. Sign of a Gemini. Born seen wearing braces. I don't remember seeing Grimace with braces.
Yeah, I think they're just like retroactively making up a bunch of this shit.
Yeah. There's Mayor McCheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about a forgotten McDonald land.
Yeah, now Mayor McCheese is a forgotten character.
Yeah, he's
Mayor McCheese damn near used to be in front of every McDonald's on the playground.
Yeah.
There used to be a Mayor McCheese on every. It feels like you used to see Mayor McCheese on every at every McDonald's on the playground at a minimum.
Now, even more forgotten than Mayor McCheese, Mark, do you remember the Big Mac cop, like the chief?
Oh yeah, he looked like a Keystone Cop kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the Mayor McCheese McDonald's from 1970 to 85.
Okay.
So what did it say for the Grimace? It didn't have that same sort of.
So where's the Big Mac cop? That's the
where are all the characters? Let me see. Let me click characters. Here we go.
Well, go.
Uncle O'Grimacy. Right here. And here's your reference, bub. You show like a brown looking Grimace here in this picture, but then you have Uncle O'Grimacy. Now that they show that, I feel like I remember that. This green character here. Birdie, the early bird. I've seen her.
Remember that one.
Here's
the breakfast. Yeah.
The Sunday character. I remember the captain.
Yeah, Captain Crook or whatever. He was the Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah, he was a Filet-O-Fish guy.
Yeah, I remember the
captain. Where's the Big Mac cop?
Totally forgotten.
Yeah.
So here's all the items in alphabetical order. So you have apple pie trees, Aunt Millie, and Tilly.
Oh, Officer Big Mac.
Officer Big Mac.
Is that what he was called? Okay.
Officer Big Mac. Yeah.
Oh, Aunt Millie and Tilly.
Holy crap!
Those are like the Doublemint twins for McDonald's.
Here's a picture of Aunt Millie and Tilly. Ben Gunn. Have to admit, don't remember Ben. Yeah, no. I honestly don't remember that at all.
I love how they put the species.
Bernice. I don't remember. Blather. We just said Birdie, the early bird. Blather? I don't remember Blather either. Let me get rid of this one for no, I don't remember. That must be a
cartoon one.
Yeah. Don't remember that. Captain Crook. Captain Sommelier. No, that's more of a modern thing as well. Chicken McNuggets. That looks like something from a commercial.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember seeing those talking.
85 to 2003. The Cosmic here. I don't remember that at all. That's from 86 to 92. He was in TV and print ads. And a DD, I don't remember a DD either. That looks like an animated character as well. Something cartoons. Yeah, there's a crap load.
Officer Big Mac, Joe, under O. Officer Big Mac.
Officer Big Mac, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see. He must have been an early one.
Yeah.
Officer Big Mac and One-Eyed Sally.
All right.
I would say 71 to 85.
Okay.
Chief of Police.
The same year Grimace was introduced.
Yeah.
I was around for that first round of characters.
He was in the original characters, yeah.
I do remember the Officer Big Mac. You would see him.
Yeah.
This One-Eyed Sally. I don't remember at all.
It's a cartoon, yeah.
Definitely remember Officer Big Mac. Let me see. As McDonald's chief of police, Officer Big Mac wears an old-fashioned constable uniform. Officer Big Mac is the main representative of law and order in McDonaldland. It is his responsibility to prevent the Hamburglar from stealing hamburgers and to prevent Captain Crook from stealing Filet-O-Fish sandwiches.
That
was his main job. So, Shrek. You had Shrek, of course. Shrek was an off and on character in McDonald's advertising, that's for sure. I don't know. Any other Uncle O'Grimacy? There's that Uncle O'Grimacy again.
What are the trash cans? I swear I remember trash cans for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of Sesame Street.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Sesame Street. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah.
There was one called
He would come out every March around St. Patrick's Day. He delivers Shamrock Shakes in McDonaldland.
Yeah, that's what the Grimace said. When I first clicked on the Grimace thing and read it, said something about he steals drinks. He could steal drinks, but he used to also bring shakes to people.
Long John Silver. This is interesting that they had a character, Long John Silver. That is a main act of the TV special, The Adventures of Ronald. So that's where they're getting some of these characters. Is from that TV special they had. I feel like I vaguely remember a Ronald McDonald animated TV special or something. I feel like I vaguely remember that. I don't know. So that's where a lot of I wish they would decipher between the two, like actual founding characters, or maybe do it by year.
Yeah.
That would be a little.
To me, the only real characters were the original characters.
Me too.
Yeah. 71 to 85. That's my generation.
Yep.
Well, once you jump into the 80s, then there were so many more characters.
Yeah.
Because you can't stop at mid 80s because from the 80s till the early 2000s there were so many characters.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is the original characters seem to run their course. Like Officer Big Mac went out in 85, and there was a couple others that went out in 85. So those are like the original.
Yeah, the original run of the commercials.
They were around for a while. That's 14 years.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here they are.
Mm-hmm.
I remember all these guys. What were these guys' names?
Oh yeah, those little goblins. Were they had something to do with the French fries, right?
Gosh, I don't remember, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all these guys. You had the little animated shakes. Yeah, this is a photo. What I feel like is a good representation of what Mark's talking about.
Yeah, so that's like the team photo I'd put on my wall. Yeah, like
but Mayor McCheese is not there. Nor
oh
is,
no, or
yeah,
Officer Big Mac.
Yeah,
yeah. But this is McDonald Land. So, well, and of course, this is McDonald Land, 1986.
Oh, okay. See,
So by 86, they had already got rid of those.
They got retired. Yeah, those guys retired.
86 their ass.
86 them.
So this is like what
Mayor McCheese and Officer Big Mac retired.
They had 86 them, man. Yeah, it's too bad they don't have a, let's say, 1980 group photo of maybe there is. We can take a quick look here. Find a 1980 McDonald Land. If I could spell McDonald's
massive.
I know.
Jeez.
McDonald's playground. Yeah, see, here it is. That's what I remember. You had a Mayor McCheese in every. See.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Mayor McCheese, Mayor the Big Mac character. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I remember from every playground at McDonald's. Yeah, they had all the characters on the playground, so you would see them. Oh, and here's the vintage characters all being trashed. and here's an old Grimace. I mean, that'd be kind of cool if you could buy some of these characters and set it up in your yard. Maybe
put them up in your backyard.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how they used to look. I remember at one time seeing McDonald's. It looked like that. I don't feel like I was a little kid at this point, but I do remember seeing that. And then you had, they were all incorporated into the playgrounds. I do remember that.
I remember something like that. Yeah, with the slide. That was like the best part of going to McDonald's. Get your food and run around like a maniac.
Right. Yeah, that was all part of it, right? Like yeah, so here's the other one. Oh, here. Here, and they're numbered here too, Bum. Look, so you've got this one's cool. Okay, so you've got here's one too. Oh, here you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
This one's got what feels like all the main old characters.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, that McDonald's, Ronald McDonald looks real happy in this one. He looks extra happy. It's just me.
Yeah. I wonder, this has got to be super exciting for everybody else, right? So this is, this is a deep dive into freaking McDonald's here, isn't it? I like the way these are all numbered. But number 1 is Ronald McDonald, but they say famous weatherman.
These are people who played.
Oh, yeah, that was Willard Scott.
Yeah, he was Ronald McDonald.
He was an early Ronald McDonald. That's why they have that. Yeah.
Oh, is that why they did it like this?
These are famous actors that played in the characters. Star of F Troop. Huh.
Yeah, look at that. HR
Don Knotts, the Hamburglar.
You know that HR Puffa stuff for number 4 for Grimace makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's a similar character.
Kind of that same design.
Number 5 was an
It's like what you would think when you're on an acid trip in the 60s.
Well,
you think of Grimace.
I did read that. I don't know if it's true. I think I read this years ago. Sid and Marty Krofft ended up suing McDonald's because of the McDonald Land characters bore too close of a resemblance to a lot of the Puffin Stuff characters.
Oh, and here you go. Look at Willard Scott as Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, that's the super early Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
That's
wow. He originated the role in 1963. As you can see, Ronald had a much different look with a box of food perched atop his noggin. Wow. And then here's the Hamburglar, which, okay, you can kind of see that. Mayor McCheese. All right. And then the Officer Big Mac with Ted Cassidy. Oh, wow. Now that I see that, I remember that character for sure. At 6 o'clock.
He was Lurch.
Him earlier, yeah.
And then, of course, now you can understand the reference. That was H.R. Puff and stuff. Lenny, what is that?
Vine Rib, yeah.
Yeah, Vine Rib. Thank you.
Did the same voice, yeah.
Captain Crook, that made a lot of sense. I remember Larry Storch, yeah. Storch. The Mac Tonight. Wow. You got to remember
Mac Tonight.
Those commercials. I forgot all about those commercials. That
was promoting they were open late, right? Wasn't that like they were open to midnight or whatever?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Wow, that was a big deal.
That's a blast from the past. And now that I see that moon, now I remember.
Right? Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered. But again, another major character. Another major McDonald's character. That's
it's amazing.
All right, guys. Thanks very much for that trip down McDonald's memory lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all those that wanted it or not, you got it. So yeah, took the trip down McDonald's, and it's kind of funny to me because we were talking earlier in the week. It feels like, and it feels like to me they're shutting down a lot of the playgrounds now. It feels like to me a lot of the McDonald's
probably a liability thing.
A liability, yeah. And a lot of places are getting rid of stuff that they used to have to make room for things that bring in more money, right? And take, i.e., Costco getting rid of the photo center, right?
You take out the playground, you can put 2 drive-through lanes in instead of 1,
or something, right? You could remodel and something in its place, right? Just more general seating or whatever, more parking, whatever.
Well, obviously somebody was scarred. HR Puff and stuff terrified me. No, nobody's stuffing no puff around here.
Yeah, that was a crazy show. All right, guys, we'll see you, man, next week.
All right,
peace
later,
out.
gentlemen.
See you next week.
Yep.